What's up, guys? Eric McCabe here. I'm here to walk you through the changes for the Emporia Country Club Disc Golf Course for the 2019 Glass Blown Open. I hope you are as excited as I am to watch these guys and gals come out and compete on this big, grueling course. One change that I will like to mention before is every tee pad has got an extra 4 feet of concrete added to them, adding just a little bit length for this lengthy course, and we've also pulled every single tee box off of the cart path. So I hope you're as excited as I am. Let's get to it. Hole number 1 is no change. It is the same grueling 1,093 foot par 5 to open up. OB down the left, OB down the right. The green is out of bounds. There's an OB line just long. If the wind is up, this hole is a rough start to the round. It's really not too difficult to get your par 4. Of course, unless the wind is just howling like it very well could be. Hole number 2 is the first big change of the course. You see the FPO pad there on the right. We've pulled the MPO pad off the cart path, and you're going to see a lot of rollers on this hole, some big forehands. It's really a lefty's dream tee shot. It's going to play probably half a stroke to maybe even a stroke more difficult. Hole number 3 is the same as it's been in years past. 489 feet downhill. This is the beginning of 2 holes. One of these 2 you're going to want to get a birdie on, hole 3 or hole 4. I would say hole 4 is probably just a touch easier to get. If you get hole 3, you're looking good coming down the stretch. Hole number 4, 423 feet downhill. This fairway you can see is inbounds, but the fairway past this little creek is going to be out of bounds as usual. Hole 5, we've got a brand new tee pad, pulled it off the cart path, and as you look down to the left here as we fly over, this is the FPO pad. This is probably the most difficult par 4 on the course, coming in at 666 feet. You got OB cart path down the right. You've got the fairway on the left there out of bounds as well. Very, very tough 3. Hole number 6. Same holes it's been in the past. You got fairway out of bounds on the left. You got bunkers and greens to 10 with. The only change on this hole is that tall grass you can see beyond the basket is out of bounds. Hole 7 is a big change this year. We've got a gap that the MPO players are going to have to be throwing through. Low ceiling. You're going to want to get down to the left side. On there on the right is the FPO pad. This fairway is all out of bounds down the right side. Cart path on the left, which usually doesn't come into play. Years past, this has been the easiest par 4 on the course. That changes this year. I think you're going to see a lot of 4s and probably some 5s on this hole as well. One of the bigger changes to the course this year is hole number 8. Huge par 5. We've basically added 8 and 9 as one hole now and extended the basket back for the MPO. So you can see how tight this fairway is down the middle. Tall grass on the left there, cart path on the right, pond on the left, so much out of bounds. This is the FPO basket position that you're flying over now, and you can see the MPOs is just past that, about 90 feet. On to the biggest and most exciting change, in my opinion, hole number 9. This is the FPO pad. Flying over, you must clear this creek that you're flying over now and come in bounds somewhere in this area. The tee shot is going to be key on this hole. Second half of the hole plays the same as it has in years past, but we've added a tunnel shot at the Emporia Country Club, which really nobody thought was possible. So I'm very excited to see how players attack hole number 9. Hole 10 is going to be the same. 391, par 3. It's kind of nice to have a par 3 after a couple really brutal holes. You got OB down the right, fairway on the left is out of bounds. You can see the top of this flag from the tee box. It's a relatively challenging par 3, but it's one that you're going to see a lot of people get the birdie on. Hole 11 is 399. We've pulled the tee pad off the cart path. The only difference is last year we played this as an island hole. Now it's just going to be just regular OB with the fairway on the right being OB. If you go past it, you're out of bounds. Since we added 2 holes a few holes ago, we needed to add a hole somewhere, so hole 12 is that hole. 314 feet uphill. Tall grass on the right's out of bounds. This fairway we're coming up on is out of bounds as well. I think it's a great addition to the course. It's going to be one of those holes that you're going to want to get your birdie on coming down the stretch with these very difficult holes coming up. Hole 13 is the same, 394 feet uphill, OB down the left, cart path on the right is out of bounds. We did pull the tee pad off the cart path from a couple years ago just because it was such a grueling hole. I think it's a great change. You don't see a whole lot of twos on it. You've really got to commit to that shot if you want to get your birdie. Hole 14 for the MPO will play the same. You got 751 foot. This is the hole that Eagle got the Eagle on last year, flying over the FPO pad right there. This hole is very challenging. If you're getting a 3 on this hole, you're doing something good. It's all about that tee shot. As tight as it gets up at this green, it is definitely something you want to be in the middle, throwing your approach up to this basket. Hole 15 plays the same. It's an island hole. There is an FPO pad off to the right now that will play as an island hole as well. You have to clear this cart path and make sure you're not in this fairway you can see off to the right. If you do, you go to a drop zone with a stroke penalty, but it's a pretty straightforward hole. Hole number 16, the infamous island hole. This hole can make or break your round. 383 feet. We did install a permanent FPO pad, and the basket position is now permanent off to the right. Watch out for the geese. These guys are a little crazy at times, but what a great hole. Hole 17, this is flying to the FPO box. You see a Mando up here on the right. Actually, you don't see it, but there is a Mando on that right tree. This hole plays the same as it did for the MPOs in the previous years, but this hole is going to be very, very challenging for the MPO players, which you're going to see the drone coverage of the basket here shortly. Now, the tree you can see that we're flying towards there on the right side will actually be a Mando that you have to throw left of. Camera operator decided he wanted to go big hyzer, which I don't recommend doing because you will miss the Mando. There will also be an OB line coming off this bunker straight down to the tree line to the right. And here's your green. You got cart path long that's out of bounds, and all down the right side is also out of bounds. Going to be a tough par 4 coming down the stretch. Hole 18. The big difference here is the tee pad you see off to the right is now going to act as a drop zone / FPO pad. And we've cut a gap out to the right for the hyzer. We've also shortened this basket up for some spectator use, and we've elevated it a little bit. I think this hole is going to be very challenging. There's going to be an OB line down the left side. It is not going to be easy, especially with that elevated basket, the putt you're going to have to make on this hole. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I cannot wait for Glassblown Open. I cannot wait to see the FPO and MPO players all attack this course. Be sure to tune in. There's going to be crazy amounts of footage. Can't wait for it. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the Dynamic Discs YouTube channel if you want to stay up to date with all the content. Thanks, guys. Take care.